How's it going, people? Sean Talks Wrestling with a review for Raw 12/12/22. The show, not a bad show, not a great show, just in the middle, nothing you haven't really seen before. I think what really took me personally out of the show was the crowd. The crowd was just on their hands, sitting on their hands the whole entire night. No reactions, no excitement. It was almost as if they were like kidnapped to be in the arena. It's almost as if they didn't even pay any money. It was just like at gunpoint, hey, get in those seats and be here for like 3 hours. Um, I got in there late at the show. I got in to see that Alexa Bliss beat Bayley to be number one contender. Bianca Belair comes in as a show of sportsmanship slash friendship. Right before they're about to hug or handshake, on the screen pops the new Bray Wyatt logo. Alexa Bliss almost hits Bianca with the Sister Abigail, but she snaps out of it. And we're going to get Alexa Bliss versus Bianca with May. I don't even know how that's even working because they're connecting the new Bray Wyatt, who hasn't even shown like the Fiend character or whatever, or like the really, debut the Uncle Howdy stuff as far as a ring care in the ring. They're already pushing the Alexa Bliss connection. So I'm interested to see where that goes. Whether they're gonna make Alexa Bliss a full heel or they're gonna connect those two back together. What's gonna happen with that? So after that, go ahead and get right here. Ooh, sorry. Oh yeah, the AJ Styles Chad Gable match, probably the best match of the night. Like Chad Gable, I can't praise the guy's technical ability enough, but again, another loss for Chad Gable. AJ Styles in the corner. AJ Styles, he does a sunset flip on Chad Gable, then flips back out and hits Chad Gable with the Styles Clash. Um, I don't know, man. They just keep hitting Chad Gable with the L's and make him look like a goof. I don't get it, but it is what it is, man. So after that, oh yeah, we ain't gonna talk about that right there. The whole Johnny Gargano and Dexter Lumis with the money, whatever. You had the 6-man tag team match with the Street Profits and Akira Tozawa versus the Judgment Day, Dominic Priest, Finn Balor, who's talk about a fall from grace, man. Like world champion a couple years ago, and now like it's like it's a faction it's cool. It has Rhea Ripley, um, but it's just I don't know, man. It's just like it's it's a spinning wheel type of faction. It's like they have no goals to this faction. It's just like they are there to be dark and brooding, and that's it. Like no goals of tagging championships or to make Finn Balor champion again, or even Rhea Ripley the women's champion or Diamond. It is nothing. It's just hey, we're here for this week or that week, and this is our stick, and there's no long term planning on this. Hey, we might slip and fall into a championship, but hey, it is what it is. Um, Crowds. I think the only time I saw the crowd get excited was for Kira Tozawa when he had his whole fire up on Dominic Mysterio. Oh man, Dominic Mysterio is he getting the good heat or is he getting like, hey, why are you on my TV heat? I haven't figured that out yet. Anyway, the match ends. Referee discretion. Uh, Priest hits Akira Tozawa with a top rope from the outside, top rope from the apron to the inside, razor's edge. Dominic Mysterio pisses the pinfall. Hey, Montez and uh, Montez Ford, D'Angelo Dog. Yeah, Dog. Both of those guys were impressive, but still, whatever. Moving on past that one. Do 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 do. Okay, Johnny Gargano. Oh yeah. So there was this thing where Johnny Gargano and Dexter Loomis, they have this bag full of cash they've been carrying around for like a couple of weeks or whatever, and they're drawing this board like, hey, what can we do with all this money? Candace comes up and says, reason you guys are having trouble, to find out what to do with the money is because it's the season for giving. You guys got everything. So they take the money, go to the WWE merch table, buy like a whole cart full of stuff, and they're passing out to the crowd and blah, 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 blah. And that was really a crowd killer too, man. Like, Anyway, so they're passing out the stuff to the crowd. Johnny Gargano gets up on the announcer's table, and somebody attacks him, and it turns out it's broke ass Miz. I haven't watched Raw. I didn't watch Raw for a little bit, like maybe from summer till now, and I might have to go back. How did we get from like the last thing I remember watching was Tommaso Ciampa and Miz, and like Miz had Ciampa under his wing, and like Miz was on top of the world with Maurice. Now he's like bum ass Corbin. He's doing that stick, and he's like, oh man, I don't have any money. Then like, you're rich. Like, what are you talking about? Like, and he's like, oh man, my wife, she's got control of my money. I can't. What I'm saying, I'm scared of my wife. I, I don't know what this gimmick is. Like, I, I don't know. Anyway, so like, damn, like, I don't know, man. Like, in 2002, I would never thought I would see bum ass Miz or bum ass Mike Miz. Like, that's the character. Like, that's the character they got Miz playing. Bum ass Mike. Uh, or Pussy Whip Mike. Like, what? I don't know which one was it. Uh, anyway, so they're talking about they're gonna have a match next week for all of the money, and it's gonna be between Dexter and Miz in a ladder match. I guess like I would have thought like this in the states are it's not like Miz is gonna get the money back. It's like Miz, you put up your money and like pot winner take all. I think I would have rather have seen, in my personal opinion, hey, if you win, you have to join us, and like Miz and bum ass Miz and Dexter Loomis as a tag team, along with the Johnny Gargano stuff. Like, I think that would have been more entertaining than, hey, one person's gonna win this money this week and one person's gonna win the money. Uh, Whatever. So getting past that, um, you had Io Sky versus Candice LeRae. Um, Solid match. Um, Crowd really didn't care. It kind of took me out of it too. I think the best part of this match, misogyny. Your trigger one. Io Sky doing those splits in the corner. Misogyny. Anyway, um, Io Sky. Io Sky wins with the moon over the moonsault. Just standard match, not nothing really, whatever. Past that, Kevin. Oh yeah. Kevin Owens. He's talking about no. Was it Elias? I think it was Elias. Elias was talking about how they took out Riddle. No, what was it? I think it was Kevin Owens came in first. He was talking, and then Elias comes in, and he's like, "Hey, can you have my back because the Usos took out Riddle and they attacked me?" And Owens is like, "Bro, for the last couple of months, you were pretending to be your brother, and then you also smashed me over the head with a guitar. Like I'm not gonna help you." Anyway, so the match. Well, before the match, Elias does a song, and Solo comes out. They have a match. Solid match. Nothing to gripe home about. Um, In fact, I don't know who won. Like I just zoned out. But at the end of the match, Elias gets a beat down, the whole Samoan spike thing or whatever. Owens comes out with a save, but is it a save because he um, stunners Solo Sokoa, and then as Elias is getting up, he stunners Elias too. Um, you know, Kevin Owens being Kevin Owens, don't trust anybody type of style. Uh, Rhea Ripley versus Asuka. Uh, they've had better matches in the past. This one was just again the crowd just like it's like the crowd didn't care, and it translated over to tell them to where like, hey, I know this is a good match, but I kind of don't care. I think the main thing of this match was like people were on Twitter like, "Hey, Asuka is not wearing her face paint, and she looks very good." And maybe we could see Kana or the Kana personality with the evil clown makeup. Maybe that's coming out, or we're gonna get that somewhere down the line. And the match comes with Dominic getting Rhea Ripley's leg on the rope, distracting the referee while Asuka has Rhea in the Asuka lock, and then uh, Dominic, he's like on the apron talking to Asuka. He's like, "Hey, we are with the Judgment Day. We run this." And to quote another Twitter user, Asuka did something that most dudes would pay for. She spit in Dominic's face. I didn't say it. They said it. I'm just repeating it. Dirty joke. So he gets sprayed with the mist. Distraction. Rhea Ripley hits the Riptide. Asuka gets pinned. She's looking very sad, in the ring before the camera cuts off. She's like, oh, just despair, depression, blah. And, we're going to see where that goes. Moving past that, no more contenders match. This was it's time for the main event. Bobby Lashley took on Seth Rollins. Highlights of the match. Seth Rollins tries to go for that curve stump on Bobby Lashley. Guess what? It didn't work the first time. Sorry, it's late. It didn't work the first time when they first had the match, and it was. I think it was cooler the first time because like I've never seen anybody stop the curb stumping when Bobby Lashley did. It was just like it was an audible shock across the whole entire like arena. Like people were like, "Oh shit!" Like that put over Bobby Lashley so much. Like that that was a moment. That was a moment people went the first time I saw that. So that happened again. The crowd this time was like, hands on my ass, hands. I'm sitting on my hands. Uh, there was a point where, oh yeah, Lashley had Rollins in the Hurt Lock. Rollins backs up Bobby Lashley. The referee has to get out of the way, and the referee tweaks his ankle or his knee. Lashley hits the spear, but because the referee's leg is hurt, he couldn't get back in the ring in time, and that allows Seth Rollins to kick out the pinfall. That goes back into it. Referee gets up. Lashley tries to set up another spear. Seth Rollins hits a flying pedigree. Bobby Lashley's out for 3 seconds. He's all, and then like Bobby, he's like in the referee's face, like, bruh, I can't believe you counted that. You were out. So I was like, he's giving him a 3rd-degree tongue lashing. Another referee comes behind Bobby Lashley. Why would you do that? Like, why? I don't get that. Like, you see a large black man who's like arguing with another guy, and your reaction is not to come to the side and be like, "Hey, bro, like, yo, bro, sorry, hey, I'm here now. What's going on?" It's to be behind him and try to grab it and think you're not gonna catch like the smoothest bow to the temple. That happens. Out comes Adam Pearce. Adam Pearce is like, "Bro, I told you not to be hitting on officials. What you doing, man?" And Lashley's like, "Bro, I want to hear this shit. I want to hear. I want to hear. Get out my face. Get out my face, bro." Uh, Adam Pearce, he keeps doing it. Bobby Lashley just like slams him into the camera, and then Adam Pearce is like, hey, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. You're fired. You're fired. Um, and Lashley's like, bro, what? I'm fired. So I don't know if this like a way of writing Bobby Lashley off television. Sorry, it's late again. Um, I could believe that. I mean, we haven't seen. I'm just throwing stuff out here. We haven't seen MVP in a while. Um, take Lashley out of television for a while, and you could have him team up with Lashley with MVP and almost, and you could explain like, hey, we got screwed out of the deal. You got fired, humiliated on television. We're coming back to be bigger, stronger, take the thing over together. Hell, you could. I mean, you can see the reformed Hurt Business. I mean, you got Shelton Benjamin. Just where is Shelton Benjamin besides like catering, and Cedric Alexander. Like, I would like to see a reformed Hurt Business, but I don't know, man. Maybe he's gone for real. Maybe I don't know. Um, if he is, if this was Bobby Lashley's last match, it wasn't like some kind of worry. Like, what a crappy way to go. Like, this was very like I don't know, man. Like, is this worse than how Eric Young left Impact, like by getting killed? Like, no, because you can at least come back. It's like you got fired, and then like, I'm sorry. Again, you got. I mean, getting fired, that's not bad, especially in wrestling, because you've seen people come back. But yeah, maybe the Impact one takes the cake. Like, he got killed. Like, but then, nah, I'm not gonna justify. I was gonna say like, he could come back in like the shadow. Pay Rosemary because like she opened that whole outer world thing up, and it just allows for like characters to come back. Like, they can kill somebody now, and they can be like, hey, he went to the shadow world, and now he's back as a darker Eric Young or whatever. Anyway, um, you didn't miss much. Like, that's basically all I want to say. You don't really have to watch this Raw, uh, but if I were to recommend any matches, the AJ Styles Chad Gable definitely, and the last match just for what happened, and both of the guys are very talented. So anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll catch you guys Wednesday for Dynamite, and yeah, you guys have a safe night, safe day. That's why I say hit the like, hit the subscribe, do all that, and yeah, that's it. See you.